Hey everyone, Wonderbots here, and welcome to Chex Quest HD. This is a game that I honestly never expected would get made, and I'm still a little baffled that it exists. It is free on Steam, and it just kind of surprise launched today. I knew it was coming, but that was it. And apparently there's some other unlockable characters that we might be able to play at a later
And there's
date.
Multiplayer mode? Why isn't it available unless it's
so
being
I think
implemented
it's like
later?
split screen competitive. I could be wrong. So
Oh.
apparently, yeah, we have 6 different playable characters.
Oh,
Fred,
wait. So, Fred, Wheatney.
It's Whitney. It's Wheatney, yeah, but it's supposed to be Whitney. It's just a female version of Fred.
Oh,
apparently.
I know. But it's probably a wheat cereal.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Orion. Shane? NaCl? So, is that supposed to be...
Salt.
Yep, salt. That. And then pretzel. Hilarious.
Huh. Wow. So yeah, it's just like a 1-for-1 remake, kind of, sort of. I mean, not fully, but still. Flemoids, items, and secrets. This will be fun.
Get the cursor out of the way.
Yeah.
IFS Space Station Gamma Sector.
Last week, a volcano exploded on planet Bazoik, launching particles of rock into space. One of these asteroids was captured and brought to our lands for testing.
We were investigating these globules as proof of snack life on other planets when we discovered that they actually contain eggs to an evil snack-eating creature from another dimension. When the eggs are exposed to nutritional substances, they hatch into what we call Flemoids.
2 days ago, we lost contact with the people on Bazoik, including 5 members of the Chex Mix Squadron. We can only assume the Flemoids have taken over.
To make matters worse, we have found that conventional weapons seem to have no effect on these Flemoids. However, by recalibrating the phase frequency of our zorching, we can send the Flemoids back to their own dimension.
We need a volunteer to fly to the caverns of Bazoik and attempt to rescue the missing units there.
That's ridiculous. What soldier'd be fool enough to enter a cavern full of unstoppable Flemoids from another dimension?
I'm from Chex Mix Squadron, and I volunteer. Setting coordinates for adventure.
This is so perfect.
Planet Bazoik.
This is like 1-for-1 the opening from the original game, but that was like in a really bad 3D style, and so they just made it 2D this time around. I love it.
Wait, so
Watch out,
does
Flemoids.
Chex belong to General
Fred
Mills?
Chexter has arrived.
Yes. Oh gosh, I don't even remember how everything still works, but that's okay.
So, when was this originally made?
And so it begins.
Late 90s?
And this was to undoubtedly market the cereal.
So it was originally made to try and capitalize off of the popularity of Doom. But
By this time, it had Buzz Lightyear and...
let's see. I think... oh gosh, I don't
Had
even...
Toy Story
okay.
come out?
Was it 1996? Yeah, it must have been. This is a game that I played with like my friends in elementary school. Like avidly. But yeah, so Doom had come out and it was super popular. And General Mills was effectively just like, hey, let's have somebody make a game that is like kid-friendly out of Doom. And they did it. And they did a great job with it, which makes no freaking sense to me. Okay. I know there's secrets around here. Can I pull up the map? Dang. Whoa. Did I find the... did I find this? Oh, hi.
Oh,
okay,
that looks
this
like
is
a
slightly
secret.
different. So this might be a little bit more than 1-for-1. There's not a whole lot of verticality in the OG game. But this is kind of new. But yeah, so, you know, obviously you can have it be lethal. Because Doom is, of course, this very blood, guts, and gore kind of All right.
I think that's just showing what you're able to access later, or can you actually crawl through?
No, there's like a TV or something. Maybe I can...
Oh, maybe you can pull
Aha.
that.
Yeah, so there's secrets all over the place for me to
I
grab.
didn't think it was possible.
Oh, hi.
Wait. Chet's Mix, Bazoik's spiciest newsletter, volume 398.
It's so derpy. I love the product placement.
Okay,
And the
well,
whole
it looks
game
like
is
it's
one.
by a guy named Chet. Why don't you voice it?
Greetings, gossip friends! Your old pal Chet
Fiend.
here. Unlike those other news sources with their fact-checking debts, I'm back from my basement to bring you the hottest rumors and speculations on Bazoik. Make mine honey ghosted. It seems that someone has a sweet tooth and sticky fingers. All of the honey is missing from the latest IFS supply shipment. I'm not pointing any fingers, but it seems like Officer Crumb landed a pretty sweet gig when he was assigned to the case. Okay. Anywho.
I do like the honey cereals.
But yeah, so it was just this kind of like weird kid-friendly game that was handed out for free in, I believe,
out!
like every Chex Quest. Like every single Chex Quest, every single Chex box, or like it was marked as such.
Wait, you got a little disc in them?
Yeah, like a CD-ROM. And so this is like the third game that I ever like actively played.
Could you imagine a disc for a game in a box of?
There's
you
a
can
reason
get cereal
why.
for a couple bucks.
There's a reason why this game is such like a nostalgia trip for me.
The best thing I ever got out of a box was the lightsaber pen.
And so it was very much this just like wild, like, who the heck makes this? Why would somebody make this? Why is it so good? And like to this day, I still can't really. I still. No, he's saying something.
They have legs.
Yeah, the stronger ones have legs.
Ah! Watch out!
I'm almost out of juice. Well, it's okay. If I'm in trouble, I got a spoon. There we go.
Really?
Eventually,
The spoon doesn't look like it's capable of sending them back to their dimension.
and yet it can. Let's see. Okay, question, options, audio. Can I turn on?
The voice volume could be higher.
Yeah. Well, actually, in that case, we can just turn everything else down. And then I can turn it up in the settings. There we go. Because, yeah, I want to hear his weird commentary.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So is that all the options I have? Just audio and controls? Dang, I was really hoping I could turn on subtitles. Oh, well. Ah. But yeah, so, I don't really have anything else
Safety first.
to really say apart from... Aha!
You can't hide.
From what I guess
didn't
I've
wreck
already
Chester.
said.
I feel stronger. I didn't think it was possible.
Chex list. Bazoik missed connection. You are the undulating, semi-opaque green blob moving slowly through the mining caverns. I was the screaming, terrified breadstick in the hard hat and yellow safety vest running for cover. Our eyes locked briefly. Did I sense sparks? Call me.
Ew.
Gross.
That
Let's see.
breadstick.
I'm sure there's more information to be had on Chex Quest. It's definitely one of those, like, just absolute oddities of game development, especially back in the 90s. Well, this is a bad place to be. There we go. Let's see. But they actually ended up making 3 Chex Quest games.
Really?
Yeah. So they made Chex Quest, which is like the one everybody knows about, and then Chex Quest 2 came out kind of like at a relatively timely manner, though I don't think it was handed out in the same time.
I better find a switch.
Ah, I see. It's stronger because it can actually emit that ooze from its arms, too.
Yeah, but it is very short range. There we go. But
Maybe I should
Then-
take a look around.
then the developer of this game, the developer of this game, which is like, I think it was a really small team, they effectively, years later, were like, hey, by the way, here's Chex Quest 3. And that That was it, yeah. 2 official games and 1 fan game that became canon. I thought the third one was actually an official game, but was produced unofficially by the developers.
This key will be useful for opening doors. Now, where is a blue door?
Ah, so now you have access to the
Yeah, blue door over here.
Yep. So speaking of other product placement games, my vehicle is a Toyota Yaris, and for a while on Xbox there was a Yaris racing game.
I mean, technically it's still there.
No, I think they took it off.
Oh.
It was so bad it was taken off.
That probably is justified.
But you had these little Yarises driving around, and out of the hood would emerge these robotic arms and lasers and such, and it was insane, at least from the footage I've seen. I've never played it myself. I suppose it was like one of my favorite Nintendo 64 racing games was Beetle Adventure Racing. I suppose in a way that was just one giant advertisement for Beetlebugs.
I guess I'll explore this one, too.
But Beetle Adventure Racing was amazing. I loved the, aside from the racing part itself, there were all these secrets that you could find and new routes that you could take through the environments, but there were also other modes of play, one of them being a versus mode, but you, instead of it being a versus mode like in Mario Kart where you're popping each other's balloons, in the Beetle's Adventure Racing game versus mode, you had to collect a number of these beetle icons, and they look like these little ladybugs. And I think they were in like pink and yellow and blue and cyan and whatnot. And you had to collect, I think it was 6 of them, 7 of them. There were a number of colors that you had to collect. And so scattered throughout these environments, there would be these beetle icons, but they would slowly change color. And you'd have to drive about, and you could prevent other people from getting their beetles filled, or you could steal beetles by killing other players, and whenever you died via, another player's offensive abilities, then you would essentially be giving them one of your beetles.
But I feel stronger.
And so people would also be collecting items throughout the world. So there was an invincibility mode, there was maybe an invisibility mode, missiles, just an array of fun things that you could use in battle.
Let's see, will you upgrade the spoon to a spork? If I can find the spork. So, somebody was saying this game needs a chainsaw. It does exist. It is straight up an electric spork that spins at high speeds. It's so dumb. This whole game is
You
just,
think they'd use a mixer?
insane.
A mixer
stupid.
would be perfectly fine to just disperse these guys, I suppose I should say.
But that's less breakfast focused.
True. I suppose you don't really use a mixer for breakfast. It's more for baking and...
So I wonder if the Doom codes would work for this. I actually don't know that one. The one thing I do know is that you could actually, since the original Chex Quest was just a full-on Doom clone, using the Doom engine and everything, you could actually port Chex Quest to Doom or vice versa, and effectively just play through the Doom levels, but with Chex Quest enemies instead and some other things. It got kind of dumb, but it was kind of beautiful. Looks like they made the secrets a little easier to find and interact with. Yeah, at some point I might see if my brother is around and just wants to hang out while I play the OG Chex Quest. I'm enjoying this, though. This is actually fairly competently made.
So was the original Chex Quest in 3D, or was it in...
Yeah, it was 3D.
Okay.
But it was like, all the enemies were just 2D sprites.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, that was the entrance we saw earlier.
There might be
Chex
something
Quest.
behind that.
Yeah, just a fruit ball.
No,
But,
I mean that.
Well, you mean here?
Mm-hmm.
There's that.
That's why I was saying behind the sign. Wait, a robot? Wait, this is a completely different enemy.
Yeah. No, there's actually a decent amount of enemy variety in this game. Oh, man. I love the dumb cheese. Let's see. Did I get everything? I didn't. I'm trying to decide how much I care. Oh, there is a sprint button. Because I know I've only found a handful of the secrets. How much do I care?
Are you saying that if you go into the next area, then you have to leave, or?
Yeah. So there's a certain number of secrets that are kind of hard to find. I think they're easier to find in this version. But remember that, like, secret little chamber?
Well, there's something up there.
Yeah, there is.
Is there a button that you can press, or a thing that you can use to open it? Aha! There you go.
There it is. Safety first.
Memo. Attention all scientists. It's been called to my consideration that a contemptible character's callously cooking consistently caustic cuisine in the corner kitchenette. I resolutely request that you refrain from reheating rancid rations within range of cubicles. It's called common coworker courtesy. The crumbling kitchen in the caverns has been calibrated for this contemptible cause. In the meantime, this mysterious megalomaniac maintaining mackerel microwaving malpractice motivates much more meticulous minding from me. So, that was alliteration to the T.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's probably one more secret if we look around real hard. Still not sure how much I wanna, though. Because you used to have to find the secrets to get, like, the good guns, or get the good guns early. I don't entirely remember how it works. Let's see. Anything else here? This is such nonsense. I love it. It's also real short. Like, if we wanted to, we could probably beat it tonight. Especially now that it's in 3D and you can see what's going on. They keep an eye out for, like, just weird bits here and there.
Okay, sure.
Because, like, it'll always be, like, a weird bit or a bob. Oh,
well, there's a lever.
Yeah, levers like that. It doesn't look like anything up in here.
You weren't going to pull the lever? Or
I tried.
It wasn't...
Yeah, it wasn't...
interactable.
Yeah, I mean, it might have been, but it didn't on the first pass. I don't want to spend forever trying to waggle at this. I think we've only missed one secret.
But it could be... it could be the lever.
But I was staring at it and mashing E.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Did I remember? Did I actually? Yeah, I did go down. We're up?
I suppose it's an up.
Right, we had been up here.
Yeah, we'd pulled that.
The limited field of view from Chex guy's armor is actually really frustrating. Oh. Be a good place to check. They all have those, like, weird computers, which should make them easier to spot.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, if it was 1-for-1 the old game, I'd be able to figure out where all the secrets are, but... Oh, that's weird. So there is a sprint for this game, from what I can tell. But the sprint is, like, weirdly inconsistent. Like, I will press shift and go, like, real fast for, like, 2 seconds.
So at this rate... Wait, what's over there? By the box?
This one?
No, outside the door. Anything up with that red one?
No.
I'm just wondering why it's red.
Yeah, I'm just gonna accept that we're probably not gonna find it, and I don't want to spend forever looking at it. Here's the one place. Oh, you know what?
Behind one of these?
Wasn't it?
I don't know about that.
Dang. I thought it was behind one of those. Alright, whatever. It's fine.
So, only 98%.
Why do we look so cute? Well, it's fine.
75% of secrets.
This ain't my first level.
I hate my first level.
Yep.
See, what's
It's
up with
big. It's got 4 walls, a ceiling, a floor. This must be a big room.
And they've spotted me. But that doesn't mean they can cope.
You've already ran out of the Zorch?
Oh no, I'm just spooning things.
Spooning things.
What? We've made some friends. I love that they kept the sound effects the same. It's great. I mean, it's obviously like a more HD version, but it is absolutely like the same look and feel and sound effects. That needs a blue keycard. Wonder like spooning. Hell yeah, I like spooning. It's comfy. Okay. So we absolutely want to get on top of some of these boxes. If we can.
Well, it looks like... Yeah, can you jump up on these? Yeah. Oh, hey, there's a screw. Or a key.
Keys and doors.
Zorch.
That's what the people want.
Zorcher. Zorchist.
The bitter Zorcher. Some more Zorch ammo. Wanna say this is the shotgun equivalent? I don't know. As a kid, I had no idea that Chex Quest was based on Doom. So, I never really, like, developed the,
It looks like you might be able to activate a machine to make those lifts
I didn't think it was. I feel stronger.
turn later.
I didn't think it was possible.
Something is aware of me.
Yeah, it's down below.
Yeah, there's a couple. Okay, we're not prepared. Alright, oh.
You can't
Oh.
hide from Fred Chexter.
Picked up
Supercharged
supercharged breakfast. Memo. Warning for all scientists. To reiterate, the request to refrain from reheating the ruthlessly rank recipes regularly replicated in the kitchen reception room remains relevant. Putrid provisions prominently presented are permanently prohibited. Lousy, leathery lunches languishing in lumps under lamps will be found lacking. Shamelessly stinking snacks in sad shape are subject to sacking. Review the rules or receive reports and write-ups, or even the rigid revoking of reheated receptacle rights. Fear the wrath of righteous repercussions. All ranks remain replaceable.
This is so dumb, I love it. Where?
Freeze, platform.
And he's been zapped.
I'm on a journey. Actually, I have no idea if I can hit him. Oh, this is how we're supposed to get on top of the boxes normally. I think.
I think it's just taking you around the room. A little trip. I was hoping that you would find a lift that would make those move up there. Oh, is there something green over there? Or is that the slime on the
There's a
door?
couple of guys
Yeah.
up there. There's that. How did I get up originally? I was being clever.
You got up from the stairs, actually.
Oh, right. And there was the secret there with the code.
Oh, wait, is there something down there, secret-wise? Or is that just another chamber? Behind
We've
the
got-
grating.
That?
No, down to the left.
You mean over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a box in there. I need a blue key card, which I have.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot that I picked that up, to be honest. Oh, well, that's apparently nothing.
Normally, I prefer the stairs. For the fitness.
For the fitness.
By the way, apparently, like, General Mills is very aggressively advertising this. I would love for them to do some kind of, like, crazy, Chex Quest franchise run again. Just because they could.
What's a food that you believe could actually be made into a
Now,
successful
this is my kind of zorching.
world-building exercise without actually looking like a product placement?
Time to climb aboard.
Oh, this is the machine gun. There we go.
I thought that the
like,
Lego City did a good job with pizza.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if Pizza Hut had sponsored something like that, or just some pizza place?
I'm sure they did. Like, the weird part is, I feel like I'd actually be much more chill with dumb product placements if more...
There we go. Now they're moving.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Did you ever go in there?
Sort of. I'm pretty sure that's actually going to loop us up straight to where we just were.
Ah, it's another elevator.
Is there a map? No. I'm going to quick check the controls. There used to be a map that you could pull up. Nah, it doesn't say. Well, alright. But yeah, we're just back up to where we were. I think they actually did make this in, like, some kind of generic FPS platform, because I'm noticing, like, some of the mechanics are weirdly restrained. Like, the sprint button doesn't seem to be normal.
Normal? In what way? Is
Like,
it a toggle, or is it
feel
just
like you're
hold?
supposed to sprint, but you can, but only for a bit, and there's no, like, stamina
There's
meter.
no stamina bar.
This is so dumb. I love it. But no, like, if more companies actually put effort into their dumb product placements, I think I'd care more about them.
So, as we discussed before with the Yaris and the
Safety
Beetlebug,
first.
cars seem to thrive in racers.
Yeah, obviously.
Because that's what they can be used for. So,
I mean, obviously,
what
it's,
kind
like,
of
sports
game
stuff.
would you have for... I suppose
This milk
Swiffer could have a
spoil.
mopping
I better
game.
get it out of here.
What are other interesting game ideas that you can think of?
On the right track.
Why did I think of that?
What?
For some reason, I was thinking of those weird air refresheners that are like the plug it in, plug it in.
Oh.
I'm just wondering, how would you make that into a game? Would you... Maybe
There
you could
appears to be
craft
even
a
more
scent
dairy.
and plug it into the wall, and like different rooms have different specifications and for what they want to smell in the room.
That-
Nah, that doesn't
Yeah,
really play
that sounds
out.
pretty dumb.
I mean, there are definitely... there are so many perfumes and soaps and shampoos and things that rely on scent.
Yeah.
But I don't really... Nah.
I guess kind of topically, the House Flipper game,
I
which
hate
we
to waste all this
returned a couple of days ago, they had apparently sent us an
They
email
sent
with
you
the
a lot of
original, like,
keys.
ages ago, plus the
You
DLCs.
missed them.
And then they just sent us the HGTV DLC.
You could imagine companies paying for representation in those, like Bear
Yeah,
or
why not?
paint and stuff.
Last one.
Could you imagine
Yeah.
if the paint cans had Bear on them?
I mean, like, truly, if it's
It
not
happens in movies, right?
done poorly, I don't really care.
Wait, people are recommending Old Spice? The whole like Old Spice and Axe and making people smell
A
good.
bit soggy for my taste.
Wait, at a game... Wait, GamesCon? Wait, a game where you're just having it as a...
Oh, right,
As
I
a
remember
spray
hearing
shooter?
about that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. Yeah, you're actively trying to, like, prevent people from stanking.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that makes sense.
This has got to be a secret.
Yep, get to the highest point.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah, there's a vent. Or
Whoa.
a door.
Hello. Well, we've got a lot of ammo. Anything else in here? No, just ridiculous science.
Well, what's that Chex machine? There we go. Oh, this is another
Chet's
Chex Mix.
Bazoik's spiciest newsletter. Welcome back, Gossip Friend. It's a busy gossip day.
Fiend.
What?
It's Gossip Fiend.
Oh, Gossip Fiend. Sorry. It's a busy gossip day here at Chet's Mix HQ. Don't count on Chocula. I've just been informed that Count Chocula has canceled his one-man show, Fangs for the Memories, which was scheduled for next month at the Bazoik Amphitheater. While the official word is that scheduling conflicts are to blame, my sources say the Count is upset at his friend/rival, Frankenberry, is set to appear the week before. Youch, Count.
Oh. Wasn't Count Chocula discontinued?
No, I'm pretty sure Count Chocula still exists.
And I think I remember people lamenting his demise on social media at one point. Maybe we should.
I can't get into that one.
We should look it up.
I guess so. Somebody wants to look that up?
Because I know that they were discontinuing some of them.
Yeah, I will admit I had zero interest in ever eating either of those, in fact.
Yeah, I never really liked chocolate cereals, I suppose. I remember that I had tried Cookie Crisps at one point.
Cookie Crisps were okay as like a dry.
Well, remember, I only eat my cereal dry.
Right. I really liked Nestle Crave for a while. When we were in Croatia, that was like my decadent, like I need a treat.
Well, that's because it was filled with a soft chocolate.
It was good.
People are saying it's not year-round.
Success.
Oh, so do they only release Count Chocula around Halloween or something?
That probably makes a lot of sense, actually.
But is that all the fault of them choosing a mascot that was a vampire?
Maybe. I don't think it modernized well.
Growing up, what were some of the ones I ate the most? I did like Lucky Charms, but not for the cereal, but for the marshmallows. I would eat the cereal first, and then I'd save all the marshmallows at the bottom of my bowl. And I'd eat them one by one, depending on what symbols they were. What were other cereals that I liked? I mean, I always loved Cheerios, Honey Nut Cheerios specifically. And then Special K doesn't really have a mascot. No, we need more mascots. I know that you're a huge fan of Captain Crunch.
Yeah, I liked Captain Crunch. Whatever the hell that artificial flavor was, it was great. I loved the heck out of it. Actually, Captain Crunch had a fairly decent tie-in game, now that I remember it.
They did?
Yeah, I mean, it was effectively like 4 or 5 mini-games, but for completing them, you had like a little crunchling, I think it was called. And it would like gain stats, and you had to beat some like what? Why are you moonwalking away from me, cretin? Ah! He hit me.
I liked Fruity Pebbles when I was a kid. What were some other ones?
Aha!
You can't hide from Fred Chexter.
Oh, Day 37, a puzzling development. Nearly immediately after this facility came online, it was discovered that some of the mined rocks that we are processing contained tiny parasitic worm-like creatures. Appearing harmless, these life forms were largely ignored and quickly found their way into the nooks and crannies at every level of the facility. Today, my research assistant made note of one of the pest's persistence in trying to burrow into a container of the nutritional supplement that we've been developing in the lab. Very puzzling. Puzzling indeed.
Oh man, people are bringing up Pepsi Man. I have never played Pepsi Man.
Oh, wait. Hasn't there been a music video going around of him?
I
think so.
Yeah. Gosh, switching weapons in this game is actually kind of awful.
Oh, you got him.
It's so slow.
Oh, Frosted Flakes. I used to eat some Frosted Flakes. Usually, it was one of the cereals available at hotels. So if you had to get one of those mini boxes of, then I'd get Frosted Flakes or Corn Flakes. Did Corn Flakes have the rooster on them?
Yeah. Yeah, Corn Flakes has always had the rooster.
And then Frosted Flakes, obviously, Tony the Tiger.
It went rah at me. I know there's an old secret that you had to do like crazy platforming stuff. Like there's actually a couple of secrets the developers didn't know about because they were like accidentally included and you had to like clip out of the world to get to them.
I wonder when cartoon mascots were first used to market an item. I actually wonder if one of the oldest ones would have been, say, the Planter's Peanut. You know, the guy with the monocle and the top hat.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I'm pretty sure that's an old brand.
That noise used to scare the shit out of me when I was a kid.
Yeah, people are mentioning the Flintstones. I mean, Flintstones have been used in a lot. I think they came before the products that they were placed on. So Flintstones vitamins and Fruity Pebbles.
I never could get into Fruity Pebbles.
I liked them a lot. They weren't really that fruity. They were just sweet.
Nope, I actually cannot get in there. I'm like secret hounding so hard, I'm not doing a very good job of it.
Oh, another one I can think of that isn't cereal is Vlasics, the stork.
Oh.
On the
Don't make
pickles?
me want more pickles.
Pickles.
Man, I love adventures.
It's weird the products that you've seen the Pink Panther put on. Isn't he on home insulation? The pink home insulation specifically.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, people are mentioning the Jolly Green Giant. He's spinach,
I'm
right?
gonna have to tell my brother about this.
So this is the laboratory.
Yep. It's 5 levels total. We'll beat this tonight.
I'm just having fun thinking of
Weird
various
mascots
products.
and stuff.
Huh? Well, just
Yeah.
products that have games or tie-ins and mascots and whatnot.
There's a certain nostalgia to it, I will admit.
Oh, a shower.
Rinse me. I am unclean.
Are you really at full Zorch power?
Yeah, well,
There's something
top right.
sitting there.
I'm full on that one.
Oh, wait. You dropped that weapon?
No. See?
Oh. Then...
I'm just at 50 out of 50.
Oh. Then what was the 100 and...
That would be this one?
Yeah, that one. Does it use a different cartridge?
Oh.
Yeah, there's a two-handed Zorch
Give me
and
a
there's a
second. There we
one-handed
go.
Zorch.
Oh. Yeah, and there's this thing, which I think is the plasma rifle, or is it the minigun? I forget. All of these are effectively just reskins of Doom weapons, and they're all, like, super comparable. But I just don't remember. It's the elevator.
People are mentioning Pillsbury Doughboy, the Kool-Aid Man.
Beats the
Yeah,
stairs.
those are some good ones.
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man?
Is there a Marshmallow Man? There's the Michelin Tire Dude.
Oh, yeah. I'm
who's
pretty sure this...
massive.
Well, I have no
That's
idea
a
if the
lot
Stay
of
Puft
laugh.
Marshmallow Man was real. Or if it was just purely for Ghostbusters. Unfortunately, it's very much a... Oh, man. Somebody's bringing up the Quaker Oats guy.
Oh, the Quaker Oats guy, yeah?
Yeah, I showed you the picture of, like, the new and improved, more attractive Quaker Oats man, right?
Yeah, he's still fairly painterly and in that
He's still
old
fairly
style,
painterly and a
but
little
they...
doughy, but he is considerably less doughy and a lot fitter looking.
Safety first.
Okay,
Aha.
what are
There it
some of
is.
the worst...
I knew it.
Oh. Memo. Status for all scientists. Lucky for the lawless, lackadaisical ladies and lads leveraging legal loopholes in our reheating language. All limiting and locking of local kitchen landmarks is in a lengthy yet that's what was getting to me. Lengthy yet lackluster logistical limbo. The lurid lava larva leaking from the volcano is a looming life-threatening limitation to my leadership. Management maintains many members must make meals in the mess that denying dining distracts diligent departments. Be advised that as such, all icebox access will be assessed and administered accordingly.
You're doing pretty good for that, though.
No, I know. It's just that the lengthy yet got me. Lengthy yet.
This game an oversized ad. I don't know if it's working. I don't really feel like eating more Chex.
Oh, but I am remembering the flavor of Chex, and now I am desiring specifically the rice ones.
Rice Chex was the best Chex.
Rice Chex, best Chex.
I've gotten really into like rice products lately.
Mm-hmm.
Rice milk especially. Ooh, there's something real good about rice Chex.
I will still never eat cereal with milk. Sorry, I just can't. People always stare at me wide-eyed when they go, "You don't eat cereal with milk? How could you?" And I'm like, I just don't like it soggy. I like the fact that if I have my cereal dry, it means I can use my hands to eat it if I want to. And they're kind of like small chips.
Kinda. There's something refreshing about a bowl of cereal. It's super weird. I have not had a bowl of cereal in like months. I'm not used to that.
But again, we haven't gotten cereal in a long time.
Yeah. I don't know, I've cut it out of my diet for whatever reason. I think it was just kind of inconvenient. It also kind of coincides with my cutting milk entirely out of my diet. That cereal, for me, without milk is harder for me to eat. Mainly because I eat a lot of harder cereals that actually do need the milk to soften it down.
What? No, I like the crunch.
Specifically grape nuts and...
Oh, grape nuts? How do these guys find their way into all this equipment? I mean, it looks like the scientists were starting to work with the creatures.
No.
So they unleashed this upon themselves. No, look at this, see?
I think
they were doing tests.
Well, I think they were experimenting with it to see what they were. I don't think there's any freaking thing. I keep hearing the bah noise, and it actually spooks me.
I thought Oreo O's? I forgot they existed.
They're newish. I don't remember them being a thing when we were kids. I think they, like, came along slightly later. Yeah.
Is it hiding in one of those lockers?
I think it's above me, and they, like, hear me, and they're freaking out a little bit. Such a doofy experience.
Okay, what's the worst mascot redesign that you've ever seen? I remember a couple, but for the life of me, I can't think of them specifically. I know that there's... Wait a minute, who is that? Robot?
Poor little guy. I swallowed a key once too.
They swallowed a key once.
That's concerning.
I know there's a character that I hated the redesign of. And now I can't think of it. Oh, yeah! People are pointing to Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah, I think I was looking at the new Chuck E. Cheese because they had a Chuck E. Cheese through the years thing, and they made him some punk kid.
See, I'm kind of okay with it because the Chuck E. Cheese that we used to go to had like the older models, and those were like straight up unnerving.
Or they were kind of pudgy and more Barney-like, I suppose.
They were very Five Nights at Freddy's if they hadn't been updated recently, though.
But I think that's what Five Nights at Freddy's was based on.
Exactly. And that's why it was unsettling.
I think when they changed up some characters' clothes or drastically changed their body shape or even the art style that they're made in, that's unnerving. I think it happens more in animated shows. When they completely change up the style.
Okay, yeah. Style change-wise, not a big fan of what they did to Ash Ketchum. And not a big fan of what they did to Teen Titans. I used to watch Teen Titans, and then they did Teen Titans Go, and I was just like, oh, why?
And I know that people they disliked the, what was it? Was it Thundercats?
Oh. The interesting thing is, I was reading about that, and a lot of purists were, like, real mad at the style change, but no one watched the older new Thundercats. But the the more like kind of kiddish Thundercats, apparently like did really well. And so one of the animators was actually talking about it. I think specifically because people have been yelling at her because she was on both products.
Yes, I was hoping there'd be lasers. Now, how do I turn this thing on?
Oh, I know a couple that I hate. And they're not necessarily cartoons, but along a similar vein. Beanie Babies.
Yeah.
How dare they make Beanie Babies into these giant, glittery, googly-eyed monstrosities. They don't even have beans in them anymore.
I think for years, Beanie Babies were kind of the only...
collectible pseudo-plush thing. that you
Yeah,
would
kind
find
of.
at
You know, there were
stores.
others, but they were the ones with the market share.
Oh, but another one.
And
Another one would
I'm
be
from Fred Chexter.
Littlest Pet Shop. Oh gosh. The style change for
remember that
that.
one.
They were absolutely gorgeous back in the 90s, and now they look like giant bobblehead, googly-eyed monstrosities. Oh, there's Chet's Mix.
Oh. Salutations, Gossip Fiend. Let's get to the news that's unfit to print. Loving the club. The buzz continues to build around the bowl. Bazoik's hottest new nightclub. Sources tell me that last night nutrient mining heiress Samantha Grassini was seen canoodling in the corner booth with a new teen heartthrob, Ryan sensation Ryan C. Hip. Ryan Chip?
Right,
oh,
Ryan
C. Hip.
Yeah, Rye Chip? What?
Yeah, I guess. Can a breadstick and a rye chip find love on a dance floor? Who knows? It all gets mixed up in the bowl.
Wait, is there a rye cereal?
Possibly, probably. Canoodling? You never heard of canoodling? It's these days.
Aw. Someone's chat saying that they thought that Beanie Babies would be worth something someday. Some of them are. Like Magic the Dragon and a couple other ones.
Yeah, some of
They
these
can
really
sell a
old
lot.
ones are worth a lot, but the
And
buyer's market is kind of dead.
Also the Princess Diana Beanie Baby, but only if you got the one that was made in Vietnam versus the one that was made in China. I don't know why there's a distinction. Maybe it was like first run, second run.
Probably, possibly.
But, yep, I collected a lot of Beanie
This.
Babies.
Weird.
But I played with my Beanie Babies. They weren't just collectibles.
Yeah, I played with them a lot. I had a relative. I don't even remember where she lived. How do I turn this thing on? You see a switch? I'm not supposed to shoot this thing, am I?
What are you looking for?
There's a big laser that's supposed to shoot that thing.
Well, you need to check all the consoles, don't you?
Oh, I was looking for a switch.
Ah, yes, and that is how
Now
you get
that's what I call
red
a
key.
sticky key.
People are talking about Bionicle now. I love Bionicle.
Bionicle was cool.
I haven't seen any of the most
There was
recent
something at
movies.
least somewhat more honest about TV shows that were toy tie-ins, because they were trying to make the toys seem awesome, as opposed to just like,
Well, I
feel
think
strong
even
on
before
safety
Bionicle
first.
had movies, they had comic books.
yeah,
Like the mini comic books that would sometimes come with the sets.
or
Let's
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Digital.
Like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
That was very much like
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
I think that was the
He-Man,
comic series first, but it got
Transformers.
turned into madcap toys left and right.
Well, it was comics, and then, yeah, then they made toys and a television show.
I think I would still like to read the Transformers comics at some point. If they ever released like a... Oop, I only found half the secrets. Alright, whatever. I don't actually care that much.
I'm about